the mechanical reality. If the universe is fundamentally a discrete grid of nodes, then flat space surface models are just an illusion of scale, the same way a digital image looks perfectly smooth until you zoom in and see the square pixels. When space is quantized, gravity stops being an abstract, hilly landscape of bent nothingness and instead becomes a dynamic mechanical expression of energy interacting with the physical infrastructure. Imagine this in physics. One word can change everything. Gravitons lift, they do not pass through solid bodies. Theoretical physics interpretation about gravity is that gravity passes through things. You can like me, you can disagree with me, but never say I'm wrong. I did the research. Just because you can't see something doesn't mean there's nothing there. Rodney Kawecki.
Here's a wild myth to bust right away. When I sit in a chair, I'm not beaming out gravitational waves, no rippling space-time radiating off my relaxed posture. What's actually happening is weirder. My mass and Earth's mass are constantly chatting through a dense cloud of virtual gravitons. That sounds like sci-fi bullets flying back and forth. It's not. Virtual particles aren't standalone things you could bottle. They're better thought of as temporary ripples in a quantum field. The math's way of keeping track of how stuff influences stuff. Not a true particle you could catch, more like a bookkeeping whisper from the field saying, here's how the force shows up. If I were calculating the gravitational pull between two particles, I'd draw a Feynman diagram. The little wiggly line connecting them? That's the propagator of a virtual graviton, an internal line in the math, not a real traveler through space. It's how the calculation accounts for gravity's influence instant to instant. So why not just crunch the numbers and be done? Because gravity is annoyingly extra. Unlike electromagnetism's photons, gravity attracts everything, including itself. Virtual gravitons interact with other virtual gravitons, and those with others, creating loops on loops on loops. When I try to sum all those possibilities, the math coughs up infinite energy. With virtual photons and electromagnetism, and virtual gluons in the strong force, those infinities can be tamed, a process called renormalization. The theories are well behaved, predictions match experiments like a glove, but for gravity, the same fix blows up. At very tiny distances, way beyond anything I can probe in a lab, quantum gravity becomes non-renormalizable. That's code for, the usual tricks fail, and the answers stop making sense. Does that mean physics breaks? Not in everyday life. At low energies and big scales, I can treat gravity as an effective field theory. It works great. Planets orbit, apples fall, GPS stays honest. But zoom into the microscopic, and the calculation demands a deeper story. Enter the big contenders. String theory says ditch point particles, make them tiny strings, stretch the interaction, smear the infinities. The math behaves better. Loop quantum gravity takes a different shot. Quantize space-time itself into discrete loops, so there's no infinitely small stage for chaos. Both aim at the same prize, make virtual gravitons play nicely. And those real gravitational waves? You need accelerating, changing mass distributions, colliding black holes. Not me sitting still. LIGO hears those classical ripples. If a single real graviton exists, it's far too faint to catch anytime soon. So, no, I'm not radiating gravity by lounging. I'm immersed in a field, nudging and being nudged by a cloud of virtual messengers, math's best current language for how the universe pulls on me and how I pull back. Until we crack quantum gravity, that whisper remains the most honest answer I've got.
Classical physics is a 100-year past merger of scientific explainer data. Its unproven claims stand even today without any new physics framework. So, what does that tell us? It tells us nothing new has risen. So, here the latest new data about gravity, the mechanical reality. If the universe is fundamentally a discrete grid of nodes, then flat space surface models are just an illusion of scale. The same way a digital image looks perfectly smooth until you zoom in and see the square pixels. When space is quantized, gravity stops being an abstract, hilly landscape of bent nothingness and instead becomes a dynamic, mechanical expression of energy interacting with a physical infrastructure.